Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
We are doing a stream right now, and the stream is for the Cantina Band.
Yes.
The next song up on our list is DWARROWDELF, babe. Help. Miel.
Dwar.
And what's the name of it?
It looks like Undamiel. That's Lothlorian language.
Apparently it means even star.
Undamiel was a beautiful sylvan elf who lived in the woodland realm of Mirkwood during the Third Age. So this is
okay.
The Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, okay. So this one was picked by Middle-earth.
Yes. So here we go, guys. And let's do it. That's exactly what I would expect from a Lord of the Rings style. You pointed to it.
Because I wanted to read
Stop right there. You guys know about that. second song, I'm gonna need some direction because I thought I had it figured out, and then controller threw a thingy in there.
What do you mean? I thought that this is about that elf.
Well, there's two people mentioned in this song, I think. What's funny to me in the little mini debate between Bradley and controller is that Bradley's accusing. I guess there's a new Lord of the Rings show. Is accusing him of going woke because they casted a black woman as a dwarf. And
beardless.
And a beardless black woman as a dwarf, and that's wokeism. Of course, what he's not realizing is that it would be much more woke to have a gender-bending, non-binary woman with a beard. That's a lot more modern and woke than a beardless woman. As a matter of fact, making a dwarven woman beardless is actually countercultural right now, considering our current seats in Laban. So it's just funny to me, because to me it's like people tell on themselves. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But anyway.
Well.
If you
can't hear you well. I don't know if
I
she
can't
means
hear
that.
There we are. Hold on, let me undo my thing again. Turn up your mic, Vin. See? Did I turn it down? Go ahead, talk to the people. What did you think of the song?
Well, I just thought it was talking about that elf and how he feels about her, and clad in a mantle of silver and blue, fair as the twilight's glow, her dark hair swaying in a sudden wind, star-like gems upon her brow. Oh, Tinuville, are you a dream? Your eyes shine with elven light, my Silmaril. I didn't know what a Silmaril is. Oh, I didn't you people love is your doom. Yet I will for you till all is still. Born to a line of immortal blood, a bride to none but the king, the light of Lewiston shall not succumb to death, even when all stars are dim. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm a little bit confused too because there's two people listed.
Right, I thought that was the dude and the girl talking to each other.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. He's asking her if she's a dream.
Is it a dude and a girl talking to each other, or is it a girl and a girl? Because I thought the title of the song is go back. What's the title of the song again?
Right. Sorry. Right here. Undomel. It's the name of the person.
Right. Now, is Undomiel is that the girl or the guy, or is it two girls?
I don't know.
See what I'm saying? And can you guys hear me now? Because I turned up my mic a little bit. I just don't want the levels to get all crazy like they did before. But go ahead. Let me Google who Undomiel is. It says Arwen.
Oh.
Arwen is the...
Well, that's who I pictured, honestly, when they were saying it, because she had the dark hair.
Oh. No. Undimel and Tumiel are the same person.
That's what I originally thought, but then when you made it sound like there was two, I was like, well, maybe it does kind of look like two.
Okay, so it's about Aragorn. Okay, now we're starting to figure it out. Okay. And Tina, you're going straight to surgery? Whew. When is the surgery going to happen? Is it today, tomorrow? If you're a praying person, make sure you're praying. If you're a vibes person, I have it on good authority that vibes count as well. Okay, the Silmaril. The Silmaril is the most renowned of all the works of the elves, were created by Feanor, a prince of the most skillful clan of elves, the Noldor, from the light of the two trees of Valinor. So I guess it's a work of art or a poem or whatever. Okay, so this girl is the most beautiful girl of all time. Okay, I'll check. We'll jump on email after for show. Tina Benina. Okay, so now it's clear. So this is Aragorn or Strider, the ranger guy, and he's, they've got that love affair.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like me and you, right? Warrior guy, and then the beautiful, like, ridiculously...
The elven princess.
Amazing. Well, she's the most beautiful thing in that little world, because you're not in that world.
Jeez, babe. You're cute.
Right?
Yeah. Yo, yes, absolutely.
Oh, you wore your new earrings.
Yes, I like
look
them.
Very, very nice.
Like Cleopatra.
Blasphemy.
What?
Cleopatra's ugly ass.
Oh.
Compared to you. Yeah, it's like me and you, right? Like, you're all dreamy and shit, beautiful and shit.
And you're like warrior?
Unfortunately.
Aw.
It is what it is.
Okay, yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess it's like the extremes on both sides, right? Like Strider is like an extreme warrior king, and she's like an extreme, extreme beauty, and then boom. But then they're like forbidden love or whatever, because
because she's gonna be able to last forever and he won't.
Yeah, basically
he'll last. He was gonna last a long time, but just not like.
Yeah, it's almost like an angel and human getting together, right? Like,
yeah,
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it says your love is your doom.
Yeah.
Which is also true of you. You loving me, you've doomed yourself to come into my horrible circle.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you meant.
Right?
Yeah, well.
You had a nice little,
yeah, but
white little suburban lifestyle.
Yeah, but it had its own horrors.
Yeah. For sure.
At least this one, at least here we know where the enemy lies.
Right.
Again? We know where to hold up our shields to. What?
Yeah.
Okay, I love the way that when this guy would start singing it, it did have that sort of like angelic, like this is another world sort of.
When he was doing the chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. When he was doing the chorus, and then he was still kind of, but you know, I think that contrast. I don't think human beings are ever gonna. We're never gonna evolve past where we're not fascinated with the contrast of male and female and how.
I agree.
Different we are.
I agree.
But then
I agree.
The complementary nature of how men and women interact, and the contrast of the beauty and the fragility, and then not necessarily the ugliness, but men are not beautiful like you guys are. You guys are like, that's why when it talks about men, it's like, pots and pans, and then when the Bible talks about women, it uses the term weaker vessel, which it means china, basically, like fine china and all the rest of it. And we're just kind of like the pots and pans that God just throws. All right, just. And then it's you guys. It's like, well, wait a second here. This needs to be treated with love and care.
Fashioned.
Yeah. Like the guy gets fashioned out of dirt.
Yeah.
And we get fashioned out. So like, it's. I don't think that duality is. I don't care how advanced or progressive we get. I don't think we're ever not going to be fascinated with that duality in.
I think it's the beauty of curves and edges.
Yeah.
When you look at art, there are certain things that just stand out. Like if something is so the same all the way across the board, then people are like, well, this is monotonous and boring.
Yeah.
And that's the male-female relationship and how that fits together and how they interact and how a woman expresses her love to a man and how a man expresses his love to a woman. They're not the same. But if both can be celebrated and seen for what it is, like a lot of times we pour meaning or strip meaning from things, and we shouldn't do that. Like for instance, Valentine's Day is coming up, and all this meaning is poured into Valentine's Day. And if you don't get anything for Valentine's Day, like how horrible it is, like what it means about you, what it says about you as a person, what it says about the other people that are actually engaging in it, and what it's. I don't know how to explain it, but just like we shouldn't fit into those types of boxes that society has set up to make you feel shitty about yourself or to make people spend money or whatever. Like I think, Valentine's Day is cool and it's cool to have a Valentine, but if you don't have a Valentine, it's not it doesn't necessarily, like, sometimes it does mean that you need to work on yourself as a person and heal yourself as a person, so that way you can, you know, be a person in a relationship.
I think all that is easy for you to say.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're dropping like real knowledge, and it's good, but I remember being in school, and in Valentine's Day, they would you could buy roses or candies for your girl or whatever from the wrestling team, because they were all on steroids, and they would do global. I mean, Google Truman High School wrestling team. I mean, they were global, but they were also all on steroids. Mr. K died early. He died at like 45. Yeah.
Seriously?
Steroids will kill you. They'll fuck you up. But anyway, like, I think it was Coach Tomzak, actually. But I remember the look on, because there were girls that got like 4 or 5 of them. Mm-hmm. You know, the really pretty ones. And then you had other couples who, the girl wasn't necessarily that pretty, but they were together. And then you had other girls that weren't with anybody and weren't popular and whatever. And I remember looking at them, and the knock would happen, and you'd already see a girl that already had like 2 or 3. She had like a little fucking shrine at her desk already. And then, you know, they would come in and they would announce the name, and it was now I look back, I'm like, this was a ghetto school, but that was a special moment. And I just remember seeing the girl year after year who would never get anything. And you know how I was with females at the time in high school. I mean, I was, you know, but even I'd feel bad. And I'm like, man, if I wasn't so broke, I wish I could get every girl a Valentine at that time, because I felt so horrible. And you know, I don't believe in Valentine's Day or anything. I was just on a phone with, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want him to die. But when we were in the mall, I was on the phone with one of my folks from the channel, and we were both discussing that Valentine's Day is bullshit. I'm not gonna say who he is, because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want him to die after all he's endured. But I don't believe it, but at the same time, it was just sad. It was just really, really sad.
Yeah.
I felt really, and to this day, like, I don't even think about it, because like, that's how much you know how I am, but that's how much it impacted me, like watching those girls and then seeing other girls have like 4 or 5 of them, and none of them look like you. I mean, you would have had 58 of them shits in there. You see what I'm saying? So it's easy for you to say, because you were never in that situation.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to do, no, I haven't been in that situation. You're right. But I'm trying, because I feel that too. You know, like, I used to work at a grocery store, and it was Valentine's Day, and a big giant bouquet got delivered to the place for me. And then another one showed up for me, and there was other people that weren't getting any. And you could feel like, it was like, I felt weird about it, because I wanted to enjoy the fact that I got flowers. You know, and the people that were sending them, you know, like, because I was like kind of clear with people that I wasn't going to be dating them, but they were like, you know, because we're friends. Big giant bouquet because we're friends.
Bullshit.
Right. So yeah, right. Now I know that now, but I guess like I saw people feeling sad, and I know like this Valentine's Day, usually I'm like, gee whiz, I hope Vin does something, and I hope he, you know, gets romantic and blah blah blah, and like I want those.
Give me a second, Dad. Don't send us any more money. Don't send us any more money. We got you, bro. Got the email. Thank you. Sit back and relax the stream. I'll look out for your comments, my guy. And thank you for sending the email so we can get you that shirt. Go ahead, Sori. I'm sorry.
But this year I'm more like, you know, a friend of mine just got out of a really abusive relationship, and she's like on day like 4 of being separated from him, and then, you know, she posted a picture of the aisles in Walmart with all the Valentine stuff, and then she was basically like, I could just friggin' crash all this stuff off the shelves, you know? And I was like, that I have not been in that situation, but I could feel for her when she said that. Yeah. And like, you know, I mean, I'm sure, yeah, I don't know. And then I was thinking, is there a way that we could like, it's impossible, but could we surprise everybody in the village with like all the girls in the village with a Valentine's something? But I'm like, there's not really, you can't do that. That's an impossibility. There's so many people, and there's no way to surprise that many people.
Well,
and
we could
there's
have done it with our regulars here.
How?
Oh, we got like 5 or 6 of them. Got from Mama Amy, blah, blah, blah. Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
girls!
Valentine's Day, ladies.
But I do think I would. There's so many dysfunctional relationships. I mean, anytime you get too we've said it a million times. I think there's a difference between like a bad relationship or a dysfunctional relationship and a relationship that I'm sure Arwen and Aragorn, if you would have like seen their day-to-day Tuesday evening relationship, you'd see some cracks in the thing. But even though I don't believe in Valentine's Day, I actually can't stand that holiday. I'm a massive the reason I can't stand Valentine's Day is because I believe in authentic and true love. That's a reason I can't stand it. So but I mean, I guess there's some, whatever. But yeah, I think like a year and a half ago, I randomly bought you a set of roses or whatever, and like it's still on our thing. Like from
It keeps breaking apart more. I'm like, no.
Yeah, they're like a year and a half. I'm like, subhanAllah, like
Yeah, he got flowers, a little. Well, it wasn't a teddy bear. It was like a little puppy, and it was precious moments. It was so cute, and a balloon.
Yeah.
All that stuff showed up to the house.
It was randomly. There was no holiday. There was no fight. There was no makeup. I just randomly did it.
There was no makeup.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that to me, and that to me, I got you something for Valentine's Day last year. None of us remembers it. But that rose that I got you, set of roses randomly for no reason, that's what you remember. So, but at the same time, it's cool to have a template like this. It's an idealized relationship that's unrealistic, but it's good to have the ideal to shoot for. And it also, I know what it's like to be in a bad relationship. I don't know what it's like to want to be in a relationship and can't find somebody or whatever. So, but I do know what it's like to be in a bad relationship. So I don't take you for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I don't know what it's like to want to be in a relationship and not be able to, but I do know what it's like to want to be in a certain type of relationship and not be able to. People, the type of person that you are, that you were not in any of my circles. You did not exist. It wasn't like you're a template that kind of fits in other locations. You didn't exist anywhere. There wasn't a version of you.
That's because you lived in Maine.
Honey, I also went to a cult.
Yeah, you were in a cult. But sweetheart, you didn't have any doubt that if you were in those circles that you could snag a dude like that.
Yeah.
You had no doubt in your mind, like, oh, if I could find a guy like that, I'd get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm talking about is people who just want a relationship and year after year consistently get passed over. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah. That's gonna be. Honestly, I want to just avoid thinking about it because that's so sad to me.
Yeah. So, but I think stories like this, people kind of live vicariously through those stories, and people go, "Oh, that's pathetic." I don't think that's pathetic. I think that's why people jump into these stories to the depths that they do and things of that nature. It's because, we were designed to love each other. You know what I'm saying? And so for whatever shallow reason people have, there's a lot of really awesome people, particular people that are that are in this channel, that are unbelievably amazing people, but because they have mental illness or they're not the best looking or whatever, they get passed over. Some of these people I have conversations with, I'm just blown away.
Yeah, I know.
By how amazing the people in our
Yeah. The same thing happens to me on Patreon. I'll be talking to people and I'm like, geez, how come these people, I don't understand how come these people are single. This doesn't even make any sense to me.
Yeah, I know. That is one of the rare strengths I think that the internet gives, is it gives you a chance to learn the person. Remember that game show that we saw where they had to talk to each other like on text before? It's like, I forgot the name of the show, but
they were in pods and they couldn't see each other.
I thought that it was such a brilliant.
And you had to meet just off conversations, and then
yeah,
But it was like you said, nobody that they picked to be on that show was like,
no, None of them were.
Like, they all were decent looking people.
Yeah,
so
they were all in basic.
it was like, look,
but I think that's good though, because if people really start vibing, they love each other, and then the girl gets rejected because she's 250 pounds, I think that's just too much to bear.
Yeah.
So I even at that level, I understand, because people are shallow. Yeah, you met somebody in a pod and you were vibing with them for a month.
Yeah.
But that's not enough.
But you want to be attracted to the person.
That's not enough to overcome a lot of people's shallowness, in my opinion.
I agree. And I don't, but again, I don't think that it's shallow to say that you want to be with someone that you're attracted to. And if somebody is not, like, if you don't put the time and energy into your own body, like, to be the best version of yourself, then, like, when you look at somebody who doesn't take care of themselves, it's not like you're like,
sorry.
What? No, honey, this is true. Why lie about it? If you don't take care of yourself, you know, there are people that, like, there's a guy that goes to the gym and he's very overweight, but you know what? He's going to the gym. He's going to get healthy for himself. That's good. People have to do that. Like, who wants to get into a relationship with someone that could die 10 years from then because they don't have a healthy heart? What, honey?
Let's judge this out. What?
Why are you acting like that? This is true.
Yeah. She must be a 10 even though I'm a 6. I agree.
Yeah, that's the other thing when people are like that.
Dudes are like that.
Yeah,
though.
they are.
Remember we had that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. But again, he wouldn't go to the gym. He wouldn't, like, that's the thing. Just be the best version of yourself. Don't compare yourself to all these other people or try to be other people, but be the best version of yourself. That's all you can be. Why are you doing that?
I just think it's crazy. If you meet somebody and you're vibing in a pod, I'm not saying the physical appearance isn't relevant at all, but that vibe, that soul connection that you made, in my view, should be primary, in my view. And I do think it's shallow that soul connection can be overridden by a person's physical presentation, especially if it's alterable, like saying, okay, let's both go to the gym or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
I just think it's shallow. I think, look, I love your physical appearance, but that's gonna go, and you know me, the person I was with before was not, I'm not here to disrespect anybody, but I'm not gonna say she was on the extreme opposite end of the spectrum of you. I'm not gonna say that, but she wasn't like you. You know what I'm saying? But I just think, if you were to connect to somebody on a real deep soul level, and you and this is why I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day and all that bullshit. But if you just connect on a real deep level, and then you see the person in quote real life, and physically the presentation is whatever, I think but again, maybe I'm just speaking from my own perspective, because to me, that connection is the most important.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. I was around plenty of whatever people, and I was willing to put that whatever aside to see if there was some deeper connection there. But you can't say there's a difference between somebody, because there's a certain mindset that you have to allow yourself to get to a certain level of unhealthiness. That's not the right words. But there's a certain probably mental illness that goes along with it. There's a certain amount of, why are you making these faces, babe? When I've been at the most unhealthy I've ever been, it's because my mental state wasn't good.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, I don't understand your giant hesitation with this, but I guess let's just move on the conversation, because maybe I'm like completely missing something.
Yeah, I think you're probably, but I just think, honey, that you have a certain kind of privilege that you've grown up with your entire life. So there's certain things you don't understand what you're saying.
That people should make the best version of themselves?
I don't think you understand the implications of what you're saying.
Oh, well, okay.
So that's why I'm like,
why is it mean? Is it mean?
That's
God.
why I'm like,
I'm not trying to be mean.
I know you're not.
I feel like I'm saying something really good. Like, just get the best version of yourself. Don't let yourself be unhealthy.
Yeah.
Be healthy.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I understand.
Anyway.
And here's Google with you. I never hear Vin saying, "Sorry, you're unbelievably smart. All he keeps saying is you're so beautiful. Who's shallow? Sori's at least honest." Untrue.
No, he compliments. I'm not gonna lie. He compliments all kinds of stuff about me, and he friggin' compliments me when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm all, But put that aside. You compliment way other things that are besides just my beauty. Like that's not even it. But I mean. I want to be attracted to you. I don't want to like.
Amy's always trying to dig. She's always trying to dig at me.
I think. Yeah, I mean.
What were you saying?
I don't know. I feel like it's good advice. Be the healthiest version of yourself.
Yeah, and I think and by the way, Dwayne. he goes, I bet Vin sang to her, "I'm nothing." Well, I didn't sing to her, but I did write her a rap one year for her birthday. Which remember the rap I wrote for your birthday? It was the one we were practicing in the car on the way up to the mall. That's what I thought. That was a pretty good birthday present, eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah,
eh?
it was.
Eh?
It was. You've written a lot of things.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of your stuff I feel like is mine because you always like find some way to stick me in your songs, even if it's just a letter.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I'm very proud that you're with me, so I gotta find someone. All right. Good thing that 70% of our audience is. Would be sending anthrax envelopes to our P.O. box.
Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, you're trying to help. Like, there's that one white general manager on the baseball team. He's like, well, just Negroes are just not generally, they're not smart enough to run a team. How many black quarterbacks do you see?
Babe, what's the alternative? What's the alternative? Don't get yourself healthy? Stay alone?
All right. So let's judge the song. All
right. I liked the song. What did Sadie say?
Just go ahead.
So I liked it. I liked the singing part in the middle there and stuff. I'm going to go with a 8.9.
8.9? I'm going to give it an 8.5. It was kind of verse, middle, bridge, and...
Yeah, but the singing?
The singing was nice.
Oh.
But it was kind of, I expected everything. But it was very good. But
so what did you give it?
You gotta have probably a solid 8. I'm going to give it a solid 8. Solid 8.
Oh.
Solid 8. Is that, look at that. That's too... Okay, we're in good shape. I'm going to give it a solid 8. As River says, my ass cannot always be the best person. Some days it's been 15-hour days at work. My ass is getting Taco Bell and chowing down in the parking lot. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Dwayne's giving it a 3.5. And
but
I am going to escape from this review.
That's good. You're working and you know what I mean? See, I think that's good. Like you're working 15 hours. Nobody expects somebody to go cook a gourmet meal after 15 hours. Like, anyway, I just think people should be healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. Do the best you can to be healthy for yourself. That's how you're gonna have the most fun in life, anyway.
All right, guys. Having said that, to the 4 girls that are still on this channel, Vin out.
Sori out.
Go.